Hey there, welcome back to the channel. We're still sitting out here boondocking in a beautiful Arizona desert. We're actually going to be out here for a couple of months. If you've been following along with the channel, you know that we're out here testing our lithium batteries that we picked up from RVLIVING batteries. But today we're going to talk a little bit about boondocking, and one of the more labor-intensive parts of boondocking, we're going to look at a couple easy solutions, so stay tuned. So I don't know about you, but one of the things I like the least about boondocking is going after fresh water. You know, our gray and our black tanks last, generally we can get about 2 weeks out of them if we are really conservative with our water, but it seems like with, you know, water and the big dog, you know, we've got a dog that's this huge, right? So she drinks a lot of water and, you know, making coffee and tea and dishes and everything. Occasionally we have to go get some fresh water to put back in the rig. So what I've been using are these 5-gallon water jugs you pick up at, you know, your local big box store. I've got a couple of these. I've even got a little 2.5 gallon, or I think I got this at a water and ice store somewhere along the way. The trouble is, you gotta make at least 2 trips to even get enough water to make it worth my while. 3 or 4 trips if I, you know, am really remote and I don't want to make multiple trips however far the water spigot is, right? The new addition to the family I've been waiting for a long time, I'm really excited about, is the Aqua Tank 2. Now this is a water bladder that holds 60 gallons of water. They have a 30, they have a 15, 30, 60, and I can't remember, they go up from there, but I actually got the 60 gallon model because, well, for a couple reasons. The 30 gallon model was out of stock, so I picked up the 60. But once I did that, I started thinking that my rig's water tank is 73 gallons, so 60 will get me, you know, pretty close. I'm happy to have the 60 gallon, but let's unbox it. Let's take a look at it. And then I was able to grab a 30 gallon model from a buddy of mine. So I'm gonna like lay them side by side, compare them. They're exact same material and everything, just different sizes. Let's get it unboxed. All right, so let's see here. Let's open it. It says open with care, because you could cut it if you took a box knife and started chopping on this thing. It comes with a couple little samples, and I thought this was cool because you can actually, and it says on here, the only way they'll allow you to return this thing is if it's in its original package unopened. And it even says on here, I thought this was funny, it says that a puncture is not a manufacturer defect. So if you poke a hole in it, they're not going to take it back. But yeah, it gives you this little sample, and it's got a coating on the inside, like a rubberized coating to keep it from leaking, and it's a fabric material. The seams, you know, super tough. I mean, I can't, no matter how hard I try, I can't pull it apart. So seems to be really durable. I mean, if you know, of course you could poke a hole in it, but you've got to expect that with this kind of setup. But anyway, so now that we've kind of tested it out here and we're happy with it, we're gonna set that aside. This is kind of gives you an idea of the sizes. So we've got 30 gallon, 60, 150, and 300. You can kind of pause your video there and take a look at those dimensions. Like I said, we have a 30 to look at as well, but you know, basically, you know, it's pretty simple. You know, make sure that you put it in a safe spot. Make sure there's nothing that's going to poke a hole in it, and you should be good. So let's get this puppy open. Let's see, I'm just going to use my fingers. Put the box aside. Set this in here. So the dimensions show that this is 36 by 48, and it looks like they're pretty close. Yeah, pretty close. So it's got a fill end and it's got a drain end, and I believe, look at the paperwork here, the female connection is for filling. So you obviously, you know, you connect your garden hose here and it'll fill, and this would be on top. And then the male end is for putting into your RV. So you could hook the other end of your garden hose here, hook it to the RV, and pump it in. So pretty straightforward. That's pretty cool. Basically, like this. And there we go. All right, so I mentioned before, I've got this 30-gallon version. So I'm gonna lay it out here and kind of show you what it looks like in comparison. All right, so it's the same width. You can see that there, same width. And line the ends up. The new one, or the 60-gallon, is about 12 inches wider, and that's what they said in the instructions, that it was 48, and this one's 36. All right, so I'm going to open up my tonneau cover here and get this thing placed in the bed. I'll see if we have enough room for it to lay flat, and then we'll go up and fill it with water and see how it goes. Okay, well, I think I have it figured out. I'm going to let it ride like this. It's clearing the tailgate, so I can close it. And then I had this really heavy piece of foam that came with my solar panels. And so I've got that over my hitch to kind of protect it. The thought is that I can close the tailgate, and that little part that's running up on the hitch will be supported by that foam and by the hitch. So I'm gonna go grab Maggie. She loves to go ride in the truck, and I'm gonna get the freshwater hose, and we're gonna go up front and fill up this bladder, and we're gonna bring you guys along with us, and we'll see how it works. Let's go. Maggie, you ready to go get water? Got her all set up. I'm going to turn the water on, and once it gets a little weight in it, then I'll readjust it and I'll get this tailgate shut because I don't want it sliding out. And we'll see how it goes. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and shut this tailgate. There we go. Looking pretty good. It's going up anyway. Once you get this thing full, there's no moving it around, so let it fill. I think this is going to work. Pretty full. I think I'll call it. couple things to note. This bag has a male end and a female end. The fill side is female for your garden hose hook to, right? Makes sense. The drain side has a male fitting, which also makes sense if you're going to gravity feed. So if you have a gravity fill on the side of your RV, you can simply hook a hose up to the bottom side of this bag and you could gravity feed into your RV, which is really cool, right? In my case, my RV only has a pressure line, so I can only fill using a pressurized hose. So I use a little pump. Let me show you what I've got. So I've got this little pump I got at a farm store, and it's 12 volt, so I just hook it to my batteries and pump it out of the bag and into the RV. One thing that I am going to do, just to make this a little more user-friendly, but I can't run the hose from here to my pump because I don't have a hose with two female ends on it. So I think what I'm going to do is get a female to female adapter, and then I can run my hose out of the bottom side of the bag, and maybe it'll push a little pressure to the pump. Probably won't make any difference. It's really set up great for gravity feed. So. Yeah, it's about done, and this bag is pretty much empty. There's a little more water in it. Yeah, so I think we're done. Let me shut this pump off. There we go, there's 60 gallons of water. That's pretty cool. One trip gave me 60 gallons. It beats the heck out of those plastic water jugs. So thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you get something out of it. I'm going to put the link to these water bladders in the description below, so check it out. All right, there you have it. A perfect addition to the boondocking kit. 60-gallon water bladder works great. Please leave a comment below. Let me know how well you liked the video. If you have a bladder, or if you have any questions, let me know. If you did like the video though, please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. And if you're new here, go ahead and click that subscribe button below. Click on that little bell so that you get notifications when we upload a new video. And I'll see you on the next one real soon. Thank you. Bye. Thanks for checking out our latest video. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. And while you're at it, click on the little bell to get notifications every time we upload a new video. Thanks again.